Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today we're going to cover chapter 3 for BWU10401 first year seminar. So what are the do's and the don'ts of the academic writing? And I'm Dr. Frizani Pai from University Tun Hussein On, Malaysia. These are the subtopics that we are going to learn. Some introduction on the importance of the academic writing, what are the academic resources that we have, especially in UTHM, and on the issue of plagiarism. Why writing skills are important? Inevitably, as the university students, you are required to write a variety of dissertations, papers, essays as part of your assessment. Besides your life after the university, when you are employed, writing is a basic skill that the employers will look for. So, by acquiring good writing skills will definitely give you benefits. The first step in writing is to outline your strategies. So, which writing process do you want to follow, and how do you want to organize your writing ideas? There are a lot of things to consider when we want to produce a good piece of writing.
Good academic writing requires effective planning, drafting, and revision. The writing process looks different for everyone, but there are 5 basic steps that will help you structure your time when writing any type of text. Hi, I'm Jessica from Scribber, here to help you achieve your academic goals. Step 1. Pre-writing. First, you have to come up with a topic. Is there a particular area that intrigued, interested, or even confused you? Topics that left you with additional questions are perfect, as these are questions you can explore in your writing. Narrow down your idea to a specific argument or question. For example, an appropriate topic for an essay might be narrowed down like this: 19th century literature, novels in the Romantic period, the novels of Jane Austen, the theme of theater in Mansfield Park. Once you know your topic, it's time to search for relevant sources and gather the information you need. This might involve searching for sources, reading relevant texts if you're doing a literary analysis, collecting data for experiments or surveys. Step 2. Planning and outlining. It's important to use a logical structure to convey information effectively. Creating an outline is a useful way to plan out your structure before you start writing. This should help you work out the main ideas you want to focus on and how you organize them. For example, in the introduction of a literary analysis essay, you plan on first describing the theatricality of Austen's work, then outlining the role theater plays in Mansfield Park, and introducing the research question. Use bullet points or numbering to make your structure clear at a glance. Step 3. Writing a first draft. Your writing process doesn't have to be linear. For example, it's reasonable to begin writing with the main body of the text, saving the introduction for later once you have a clear idea of the text you're introducing. To give structure to your writing, use your outline as a framework. You can start by writing each paragraph in a systematic way. First, introduce the point of the paragraph with a topic sentence. Second, provide evidence relating to your argument. Third, explain or interpret the evidence. Finally, express the conclusion this interpretation leads you to. The goal at this stage is to get a draft completed. Then you can move on to improving it. Step 4. Redrafting and revising. Now it's time to look critically at your first draft and find potential areas for improvement. It's best to leave your work alone for a day or two after completing the first draft to freshen up your perspective. At this stage, you're looking for larger issues like arguments that are unclear or illogical, areas where information would be better presented in a different order, passages where additional information or explanation is needed, passages that are irrelevant to your overall argument. Last step. Editing and proofreading. When editing, to ensure your text is clear, concise, and grammatically correct, you're looking out for grammatical errors, ambiguous phrasings, redundancy, and repetition. When proofreading, first look out for typos in your text, then check for stylistic consistency. For example, whether you use British or American spellings and punctuation, how you capitalize your titles and headings. Don't forget to cite your sources. You can generate accurate references and in-text citations super easily with Scripper's free citation generator. Do you already have a topic? Let us know in the comment below what you're working on. If you find this video helpful, drop a like and share with your friends. Sharing is caring. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Good academic writing requires effective planning,
So how to get the ideas for writing? Do the research on the topic that we want to write about, and a lot of sources that we can refer to, for example, the books, the websites, the interview, and so forth. So the most important thing is to make sure that the sources that we use are credible. One of the most not credible sources is the Wikipedia. So it's not that the Wikipedia is bad, but in Wikipedia, anyone can just write about anything and no one verifies the information. So Wikipedia can still be used as a good start for you to get the baseline information, but definitely not for references. Brainstorming can be one of the best ways to produce ideas. Have you heard about the phrase, the more the merrier? So group brainstorming can be a tool to produce numerous ideas. However, brainstorming sometimes can be very messy, especially when the brainstorming session is not coordinated. So to avoid the messiness, these are the ways that we can use. This is another tip. Do outline your ideas before you write, and this will help us in seeing the flow of our writing. This is an outline example for essay where we can see clearly that what will be written in the introduction, in the body, and also in the conclusion part. This is another way of doing the outlines. Some people may prefer to categorize their ideas into boxes. In your writing, the introduction part is very crucial as it can be attention-grabbing or attention giveaway to the readers. So if our introduction is simple and yet engaging, the readers will feel invested in our writing or in our story and will continue to read our writing piece. So the introduction is managed that we present the general background of our topic and slowly being specific on that. The main body of your writing should definitely cover the main essence of your writing. And the last part is the conclusion. So this is the opposite of how you write the introduction. The conclusion has to tie together the various issues enclosed in the body of the paper and to comment on the meaning of the whole writing. The do's and the don'ts in academic writing. Okay, so the first one is you can use the active voice. The active voice is, for example, like the students plan the ceremony. And also you can use the passive voice. The ceremony was planned by the students. Do proofread for errors because errors hurt communication of ideas. And you can see in the examples. Do write concise sentences. So what we mean by writing concise sentences, meaning that we need to use fewer prepositions and fewer be verbs. Do vary your sentence length. Okay, so do not make a lot of long sentences. However, do not also make a lot of short sentences. Okay, so use short sentences to emphasize your most crucial and essential ideas. Do follow all assignment guidelines because that is where all the marks coming from, and the lecturers or the instructors expect the students to follow all the assignment guidelines. Do use concrete and vivid descriptions. Do not generalize the situation or the description. So be specific, concrete, and vivid. Now we've come to the do nots, the don'ts. Okay. So in your writing, try to avoid using cliches. Do not use cliches. For example, don't judge a book by its cover, beating around the bush, and so forth, as the examples that you can see in the screen now. Do not make announcements, as in this essay, I will describe about diversity index. No. Okay, you do not have to announce that you are going to write about diversity index. So what you can do is you can just straight to the point mentioning that diversity index is blah 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 blah. The next one is do not use you or me or my team or my group. Okay, so the next one is do not use weak fillers. It's not that we don't encourage you to use weak fillers. It's just that do not use the weak fillers for many times. Okay, so if you just want to use it for 1 to 2 sentences, then that's fine and still acceptable, but try to be more creative in your writing. So for example, there are many different classes offered at TCC. So there is one of the examples for the fillers, and those are considered the weak fillers. So what you should do is TCC offers many different classes. So be creative, restructuring your sentence so that we do not use weak fillers too much. Do not say I think or I feel or in my opinion, and especially in the academic scientific writing, we do not practice this. But if you are writing for your diary, or if you are writing for your leisure, then this can be used. Do not use the 5th grade words. Okay, so meaning that do not use the words that we learn in our kindergarten, that those are the simple words. Okay, so try to use the scientific words. Do not use very. Okay, so it's again, this is the same with the weak fillers. It doesn't mean that you cannot use the word very at all. You can use that, but it's just not too much. Okay, so for example, we want to say that the horse is very tired. Okay, so we can replace the word very tired to be exhausted, or if we want to say the cat is very hungry, so we can replace the word very hungry to starving. So these are the references to what I use for the presentation slides. And that's all for today. Thank you.